All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to yet another edition of the RnRGzrs show. Episode number 48 coming your way. And of course, the rock world never ceases to amaze us with the soap operas that keep going and just don't stop. And we sure are glad to talk about all this stuff here on the RnRGzrs show. Be sure to subscribe, like a video, comment. Nobody's commenting yet. We want to have some comments. We want to have some back and forth going on here. And when I say we, I mean me and of course my co-host, partner in crime. That would be Doc Fox. How's it going, Doc?
Doing okay, man. Yeah, life is good. Doing all right.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Same here, man. Life's pretty cool. But there are some quarters where life isn't pretty cool, and let's get right out of the gate. One of our favorite soap opera subjects, and that would be the boys of Journey right there. Good old Journey. If you've been following the show, the back and forth that's been going on between Jonathan Cain and Neil Sean, and then they get Arnel Pineda involved, and he's telling them, go ahead and fire me if you want, and all this stuff. And there's a stuff with Greg Rowley. He's going to play. He's not going to play. It's been a truly amazing soap opera. And Neil Sean, he took a little umbrage, if you will, if I may use the word umbrage, at what Arnel said about, bugging out. And he shot his reply right to Arnel, basically, because Arnel was talking about how he's paid his dues and all this stuff and whatnot. And Neil Sean, he fired back on a tweet, not twit. Okay, twit.
Careful there.
Oh my gosh, I could really go south quickly. On the tweet, he says, celebrating 50 years of total commitment to Journey. And here's where he kicks in Arnel. I'd say I've more than paid my dues. I'll never give up on the right to fight and protect the Journey legacy. Well,
nobody's questioned that he's paid his dues. Nobody said he hasn't.
Yeah,
he's so on the defensive and just so, I don't know. Just more douchery from Neil Sean, quite honestly. Just more douchebaggery.
Well, the more you hear from, they've had another singer or two, correct?
Oh yeah,
and you're starting to hear rumblings from them. For the rumblings, all go back to one person, is Neil Sean. He's creating all the stuff. He's creating all the static. It sounds like so. I don't get it, Neil. You got a good thing going. Why?
To be quite honest, he's probably been pretty fortunate as far as having vocalists. To come across Steve Perry, that's a freaking needle in a haystack to start with. But then to get Arnel Pineda, that sounds just like him, to continue. I mean, they were kind of on the downslope there before they got him. They weren't really. They were. Honestly, if they didn't have Arnel Pineda, they'd probably be doing much smaller venues. They'd probably be doing the county fair circuit and stuff, But he's kind of kept them relevant and
because they can make the music sound like the record. Because he is so spot on with Steve Perry, just really tight. So it's I would say it's a shame that this is going on, but it's providing us with a hell of a lot of material. And I ain't complaining because musicians are out of their mind. They're all out of their minds anyway.
And I've been kind of keeping up with now that they're out on tour and stuff. And some of the accounts I hear is that the live mix, it's just total guitar dominated. It's just Neil Sean's guitar just over everything. Some of them say you can barely even hear the bass drum just over his guitar. So that kind of fits the MO that we've been the profile, if you will. The profile we've been building on him.
I'll be darned. Well, that's too bad. And then we almost ought to get a lottery going to see just how long they last. Because it sure sounds like it's building up more every week. Every week the saga.
It sure seems like it. Yeah, sure.
So more power to him, man. Come on, Neil. You're out of your mind. Got a great band, but boy, he just wow. Speaking of great band, though, and I checked out some of this. They had Greg Rowley stop in and play,
Yeah,
I believe, 5 songs with them.
yeah,
The reason being, apparently, he lived like 2 miles down the road,
right.
so the gig was right there. So they got in and did 5 songs. That's the same way you love me, and just a whole bunch of other great songs that you
The
sort of
Black
forget.
Magic Woman, yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
From the
So
Santana days, yeah.
so he came in and I watched some of the video of that and it was very good, man. You miss I don't know if they're doing those songs in concert because with they don't have a Raleigh voice in the band, so
No, I'm sure. Well,
I'm
no,
not
they
even
have.
sure.
Oh gosh, they haven't. Somebody else in the band does vocals sometimes too. So
Okay, well maybe he's
yeah,
filling in for those songs. So they're
yeah.
great songs. Raleigh was
But
a great
yeah, they're
singer.
playing down in Austin, Texas, about a week ago on the 22nd. And yeah, we've been hearing, that he was going to pop in throughout the tour to kind of help celebrate the 50 years, and then we heard from Neil Schoen's wife that a couple of the bandmates were adamant against it, and we've been hearing all these different stories. Then heard, well, he's totally off, and I got to think maybe that was just to kind of heighten the surprise, maybe a little bit, or I don't know, but
I
or
don't
maybe
know.
it was truly was a case of hey, I'm in bands in town and it's my old band on their 50 year. I helped found them, so maybe I'll stop by and play a few with them. But
As you're looking at the stage, Raleigh was far stage right, way the hell over there,
okay,
and Arnell way the hell over stage left. They were very far. It's like
wow,
that's odd, but whatever. Neil and Raleigh, they had good camaraderie going on there.
yeah. We've never heard any bad blood between the two of them. I mean, it seems like Neil's been kind of wanting him around a little bit, but
Yeah, yeah. Well, that sure sounded great, though. Those are great songs, and
yeah, no doubt.
I'll have to go back though and listen to that and see, listen to the mix. Although for the most part, it's done on a phone. It's recorded on a phone, so it's not going to be high quality. I want to see if it's really guitar heavy, because that would say a lot. Yeah,
Right.
if he's pushing all that and jeez, that's horrible. It's always hard to get a mix. Being in a band, it's always hard to get a good mix that you're happy with. And yeah, imagine Neil, him and the sound man. Hey, you want to get your paycheck? You're gonna make me out front in the mix, and that's that. So, well, at least they got Raleigh in there. At least now.
Yeah,
So
they also had Steve Lukather
oh right,
joined them
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Which is
yeah, they just had
wow.
a good old hold down. Sounds like they're they just so. Been
Oh
great
well.
for the fans, no doubt. Would have been great for the fans.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he
Why
joined them
not?
for like I said for Black Magic Woman. Old tune they did that Shown and Raleigh did with Santana. Old many people may know old Fleetwood Mac, the original Fleetwood Mac with Peter Green
Yes.
tune. And did you? I think you saw this. Where they were recently they were auctioning off some of his guitars, some of Peter
Yes, they
Green's
were.
guitars.
I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I didn't see. I didn't delve into that, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I didn't follow up on it, but I was just seeing that. So
I'm not sure who owns this 59. I think the guitarist from Metallica owns it now. Legendary
Kirk Hammett,
59.
yeah,
Kurt, he owns the 59 Les Paul. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Now that you say it, does sound familiar. Yeah,
Yep, yep. So, boy,
yeah.
boy, there you go.
Would have
But,
been cool for the fans.
here we go. Well, I'm not surprised at this one at all. There he is. There's Vince.
I know you love that picture, man.
Yeah. Well, Vince Neil, he's lip syncing. Jiminy Creepers. Here we go.
What?
I know it's a shocker. It is a shocker,
Oh
but
my gosh.
apparently, video footage has emerged of Vince Neil lip syncing to a track at a Motley Crue concert, and in the video that can be seen below. So they got it. They've got it around.
Yeah, but you got to do a link. I tried to watch. I think you got to subscribe to something. I don't know, but yeah.
I'm sure we can find it on the YouTube.
I looked on there.
Neil can be
They had
seen,
commentary on it, but I couldn't find any
oh.
actual video.
Neil can be seen moving away from the microphone while the backing track still continues. And that's a shame because he's got those two babes, who do all the high stuff for him. He doesn't even have to sing the high, the choruses and whatnot, but still, let me see. It says it's unclear which show it was recorded at, but they played a couple of shows in Atlantic City earlier this month, and that's probably where it came from.
Right.
And earlier, Motley Crue fans had called out Vince Neil for delivering an uninspiring performance at Coachella. Doggone it, what a shame.
Yeah, he's kind of phoning it in at this point.
Exactly,
Like,
and what a shame.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
People, he gets so much criticism now, not only for his weight, but just his voice. And I wonder if they're both are just too shot to bring back. Because God, what an opportunity! I figured with this John 5 tour, I just thought maybe he'd get a wild hair up his ass and, well, maybe I'll get into shape and start
rejuvenated,
get ready, come back, and really the crew will be bam. But no, it's just, just like you say, he's phoning it in at this point, and what a shame.
Well, this goes back to, remember during the stadium tour, we saw some footage of Tommy Lee, where the hi-hat was you could hear the hi-hat before he'd ever.
Oh, you're right. I remember that. That's right. Yeah. He came in late. I don't know
what's going on with the crew, man, but
wow. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Folks remember, back last year sometime we showed a
he was returning from the broken rib injury thing or whatever, and remember there was that whole thing going on.
That's right. And it was before the show started, and they're setting stuff up, and some fan out there just happened to zoom in on Tommy Lee, and his roadie was getting everything, and he goes to the drum set, and before he even gets to the drum set, things start popping. Whoa, wait a minute. He's lip syncing, he's drum syncing,
right.
So wow. So maybe they're, I don't know. Chances are, it's how do I put this? Back in the old days, musicians had monitors in front of them, and you basically had to play everything live. Now they got the in-ear monitors, so they don't need that floor stuff, so they can play through click tracks all night long. Nobody knows. They can hear, what's going. But that changed everything. That changed everything because now people can play with click tracks, and nobody knows. Nobody knows a damn thing because they got the ear monitors in. So they might just be playing with a click track all night long, but faking the drums. I can see the vocals. There's a bunch of bands out there doing that now. They're getting caught all the
quite
time.
Honestly, the way Vince is sounding, that's probably better off. but nonetheless, man, you're paying for. We've talked about this, a lot. You're paying for live performance, man.
That's right.
Can't do it. And they had talked about dumping, or there had been rumors anyway. We should say there were rumors that. Remember Scott Stapp, right? It was going to be stepping in. There's a rumor at one point.
Internet's out of control.
This is going to be more fodder for the rumor mill, I suppose. But
more fodder for the Twitter universe, the Twitterverse, I believe they call it now. Yeah. Here's an interesting little tidbit, which here they are, the Rolling Stones and the Beatles. There they are. Look at that picture I found there. Yeah, apparently. Well, now I've heard different articles saying that both Beatles are playing on this record, the Rolling Stones record, and then some people say it's just Paul McCartney. But the headline being, McCartney and the Rolling Stones are collaborating and putting out some material, apparently, which is crazy.
Yeah, a song on the new record is going to have McCartney on it playing bass. And the early reports were that, Ringo was going to be on it. Yeah. But then recently, I don't know who it was exactly associated with it, said there maybe it was somebody with the label, I think. There would be no Ringo at all. So there's been conflicting reports on that. But nonetheless, having Paul McCartney on the Stones is pretty cool.
Pretty interesting.
McCartney's my favorite bass player, man, of all time.
Oh, yeah.
To me, his melodies are what made the Beatles, man. Quite honestly, what made the songs and
all his hooks and stuff. His musical hooks and the fact that he can, sure he plays bass, but he's great on guitar and he's exceptional on keyboard, on piano. He's written all those great piano songs.
One of the few cases I would say where the best musician in the band is the bass player.
Yeah. All around musician, totally. But this is crazy. And the guy in the article I read, he's not real thrilled about it, and he makes a point he makes a point. He looks like well, okay. You see the movie Predator? That's excellent movie, just stunningly good. And then you see the movie Aliens. Oh, is that damn good? Really, it's such a great movie. And then you put out a movie Predator versus Aliens, and it just falls flat.
Yeah.
And that's
Godzilla
basically
versus
what
King
he's saying.
Kong, yeah, same
Will
thing,
it
yeah.
fall flat? But with Sir Paul, I doubt it. These guys,
Yeah, it's
these
a little
guys have been
different
doing
with
it,
music, man. I mean,
and they're doing it for so long. I mean, gee, many creepers, man. They're between those two, between the Stones and the Beatles. That's like, that's my childhood right there.
that's the Mount Rushmore. That's the royalty. That's the
So
whatever you
it'll
want
be
to call it,
interesting.
man.
I hope McCartney gets. I hope he helped write. I'm sure. Imagine he helped write the song and everything. So it's very cool though. Good for them geezers, if you will.
Why not? They're there at this point, and
Who cares? They're filthy
yeah,
rich.
yeah. Why
McCartney's a
not,
billionaire. I imagine Jagger's probably worth at least $500 million.
Yeah.
So let's go have some fun. Hell with
Keith
all the
doesn't
white.
care. He's never gonna die. So what does he care?
That's right. Oh, I saw some guy. Yeah, Keith thinks Keith is the devil. That's great. Yeah, that's just great. But anyway, moving on. I see this name all over the place. J.J. French. Apparently,
J.J.
he was
French.
the guitarist for the Twisted Sister.
Oh
Correct?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Man, he's got an opinion, man. He's got all sorts of opinions on the interweb. I see him all over the place, but this one here, we found the geezers found pretty amusing. The headline stating, J.J. French says the Rolling Stones, Keith Richards, and Ronnie Woods can barely play. Quote, they really need help. I can actually see his point though. Odd as it is, he's saying that and I know about arthritis. I was a bricklayer with the brick driveways and stuff, so I got really crappy arthritis in my hands. And I imagine them guys, after 60 years of playing, they might have a little arthritis in their hands. And, Jay might be right here. I wouldn't, I don't see any reason for him speaking up about it. It doesn't mean
exactly. Who is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the F are you? He's talking
matter.
about Keith Richards, J.J. French. Come on, J.J. French.
Yeah.
I feel like D was busy this week, so J.J. French had to take
stepped into the plate.
Yeah,
Here,
I'll step up to make some comments. Yeah,
I got you, D. Okay, but yeah. So, he's just a stain on a sheet as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, Twisted Sister. Jeez.
Yeah, what exactly is he gaining from this, or just he said he's just all over the place, getting his name out there, and taking a page from D. Snyder's book, I guess. Hey, let's keep the band out there like this, guys. Say outrageous shit.
Yeah, and he says, they occasionally the Stones employ backstage guitar players. Yeah, whatever. Everybody's doing that these days. All the old guys. Cheap Trick, they got an extra guitar player now.
Yeah, but he's not behind the curtain.
I don't know if they still do, but I can tell you, Motley Crue, I believe they had a guitarist in back of the stage when I saw them. Because being a guitarist, you can tell when there's a rhythm guitar playing. The lead player's playing, you hear the bass, and then you hear that extra guitar in there, rhythm. Hey, somebody's doing that. Also, though, that could go back to the in-ear monitors. They could just have that taped and playing on a click track.
Playing on a click track.
Boom, boom, boom. So who knows on that crap? But JJ, don't get your panties in a bunch, my man. Just don't do it. Speaking of panties in a bunch, and I've been seeing a lot of this guy, a great white. Jack White, Russell Gray. I don't know what's going on.
Jack Russell, the terrier guy.
Yeah. Oh, there they are. The Great White, the old Great White. Mark Russell. Apparently, somebody's been pushing for a reunion of Great White.
Mark Kendall. Yeah.
And well, no, he hasn't been pushing for it. He's ruling it out. He's saying, geez, have you seen this guy sing lately? Here again, another one of those singers who was great in his day, but now he can't hit the register anymore. He can't, hit. And, I checked out some of his videos. You really know it's a problem when, and they really, really did it hard on this one, is when the vocals, you can't hardly hear them at all. It's just nothing but guitars.
Turned down
And
so
you can
much.
sort of
Yeah.
hear him, but not quite, because you really don't want to hear him, because you
Yeah,
can
it's
tell
more just a crowd sing along time.
it's just
yeah.
horrible. Oh yeah, yeah. And that's another great thing. When they get to the point where they can't sing anymore. White Snake, David Coverdale does this a lot.
Yeah, we
You know,
saw
they'll
that a lot
sing,
when we saw him.
no, 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 no. Then they'll put the mic out and have the folks sing a certain part that's too high for him. Then they'll come back, and I figure eventually there's going to be a singer come out, and the whole show he's just going to hold his mic out.
He's basically a mic stand.
He'll strut from one end to the other, and got his mic holding out for the people to sing. Because it's just getting to the point where it's ridiculous. But
I remember that night we saw it was a White Snake opening for a Priest. And between Coverdale and Halford, there was a lot of that going on. There was a lot of that.
Yeah, holy cow! Speaking of Priest, real quick on an off note, apparently they're going to have Andy Sneed keep playing for him. Sneed keep playing guitar with him.
Which, KK, huh?
Well, yeah, there you go. No KK. So they couldn't get their differences.
We were kind of we weren't the only ones hoping. I remember a few other people were talking about, with the Hall of Fame thing could hopefully spark something, but it was not to be.
Nope. So Andy Sneap will be back playing with him. Great guitar, guitars, producer, all that stuff. But
you want to see the old.
But anyway, back to Jack. Somebody asked Mark Kendall, the guitarist, a Gray White. You ever see a chance of a band playing with the original singer Jack Russell, even if it's just for one show? And he responded, I really can't envision that happening because of health reasons and stuff like that. And I haven't even talked to Jack or anything for like 13 years. So, and okay, Great White, whoop-de-doo. They had one hit. They had the biggest tragedy in rock and roll history. So, just terrible. Terrible.
I guess there's two versions of Great White out there.
Yeah,
there's Jack Russell's Great White, and I don't know.
Yeah. Semi-Great White.
They've been feuding for a while, and I can't imagine there's two of them out there getting gigs, man. You think they'd be afraid they set the venue on fire, man, or something? I don't know.
Oh, I swear to God, that was, geez. Give me a. Okay. Well, okay, Jack Russell. Good night. Have a good one. Good luck, because jeez.
I give the guy kudos. That sounds like some level of integrity. I mean, sure, there's an easy buck to be made to, join back up with them and then tour. But he's like, hey, the guy doesn't have it anymore, and I don't want to be a part of it. So, good for him.
Yep. There wouldn't be any money to be made anyway. Jeez.
Well, more than what they're making now, but.
True that. Here we go. Good old Iron Maiden. God love Iron Maiden. And one of the guitarists, Dave Murray, who is, and I totally get his reasoning. He wants Iron Maiden to retire. And you say, whoa, wait a while, great band, blah, blah, blah. But, he's got a grandchild now. And that apparently that seemed to flick a switch. It's like, it's time to get, you made the money. If you made the money, enjoy your family now. Enjoy your kids and grandkids, for crying out. Because I imagine he's been on road forever. So.
Oh gosh, yeah, those guys are total road dogs. Yeah.
But he says without a doubt, when it stops, it will stop. It's not like the same as Kiss, who does a lot of farewell tours, and when it's the real farewell, nobody will believe it. Well put, Dave.
Yeah,
and he's right. Yeah. Kiss, they're just going to keep it going. But, boy, I don't know what to say, If he's tired and they're all not, if they want to keep going, if you can financially do it, retire and let them replace you or something. But don't, at this point, with kids and especially grandkids now, I wouldn't feel obligated to do
he made
an
odd statement where it was something along the lines of, maybe you got it there, where there's not an individual in the band that if it wasn't up to them, wouldn't call it quits for the band. So it just sounds like as a group they're just, I don't know, but if each individual wants to call it quits, why wouldn't they? And what I hope they'll go into the Hall of Fame this year, do one last big victory lap, boom, done.
The fact that they're not even in the Hall of Fame yet, give me a break.
I think this is the year for them. I really do.
Give me a break. So
do a victory lap after that. thank
I
the
imagine
fans.
there's other
Call it a
members.
career.
I would guess other members would have kids and maybe grandkids. I don't know, but
Oh, I would think,
at
yeah.
some point, you made the money. Now go enjoy it instead of busting your ass. Geez, if I could retire, if I could have retired at 30, I would have. Financially, why work? I mean,
Right.
unless they consider it fun. But at this day and age,
Yeah, they've seen
especially
the world
God,
dozens
yeah,
of times over, man.
yes, and their lead singer was a pilot. So what the
Right.
hell? Jeez. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Here's a name that I haven't heard in quite a while. Where is he here? Well, it's Joe Perry, of course, legendary Joe Perry project. And he's got some tour dates coming up, and I'll be darned, he's going to be jamming with the one, the only, the Van Halen legend, Gary Sharon. So, yeah. So, well, good for Joe Perry, Steve's obviously he's out of the loop at the moment there. It seems like he's really haven't heard squat from him
Yeah,
about
we've
playing.
talked
He's been
about it.
canceling concerts.
Yeah,
And shit.
wouldn't be surprised if we can last Aerosmith and
Yeah.
you know,
But Joe Perry
significant
project
level, anyway.
with Joe Perry have announced a string of U.S. tour dates in April. Oh, come on, come by in
My
June.
friend, no, he's not coming by Tinley. But there are 2 dates in our area: Des Plaines and the Arcada in St. Charles.
The Arcada. All right.
Yeah, so
very cool.
yeah, there's only 6 dates for the whole thing, and 2 of them are not in the woods. So,
well, maybe he's just testing the waters. If it goes over really well, who knows? Because he's one of these guys that never stops. He's always got something going on. So, he'll probably play forever. So, sounds like it could be it for Aerosmith, though. Yeah, I think you may be right on that.
Yeah, you got
one.
Gary Sharon, kind of. I don't know. It seems like the guy. Hey, we need a singer. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's busy. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's busy. What's Sharon doing? Oh, nothing. I guess Sharon.
Yeah.
No, it's not. We've talked before where they're kind of friends and they've been kind of just fiddling around on stuff and finally decided to put something together. So.
Yeah, maybe they'll hit. They hit it off and boom. Oh, here we go.
Before we go on that, speaking of Gary Sharon with Extreme, I don't know if you know his former guitarist, Nuno Betancourt, is the guitarist for Rihanna. He was on with the Super Bowl for about a second and a half. You
Saw
can see
that,
him
yeah.
on there. But yeah, he's been a long time guitarist with Rihanna. And I would think it'd be cool if they could go out on the road, Joe Perry and Gary Sharon, their project, and I have Woodford St. Holmes opening up for him. Remember those? You all right, man?
Sure, I'm good.
You gonna cough up something you might need there, man.
Well,
yeah, remember Brad Woodford and Derek St. Holmes had a project there for a while. That'd be cool to have those for openers.
I saw that recently. As a matter of fact, I don't know why it came up recently on my feed, but yeah, more power to him. Because Sharon. What other band was he in? Mr. Big?
Well, no, just Extreme and
Extreme.
Man,
That's right.
yeah.
I actually got that CD. My
yeah, that's what I'm saying with Nuno Betancourt.
I don't know why I bought it. I think it was "Get the Funk Out." I think I bought it for that song. Everybody gonna get the funk
they were
out.
hot there for a minute, but
a minute. But hey, good for him.
faded very quickly.
He ain't. I don't know if he's been singing a lot, but if not, his voice should be in tip-top shape. And so, more power to him, man. Far out. And now,
I wonder what songs they'll do before going. Probably a lot of Aerosmith, a little bit of everything, probably a little Aerosmith.
See how his voice is, because boy, Tyler's singing was so high in the register. It's gonna be hard to hit a lot of that stuff, unless you're great. Speaking of great, I've never heard of this cat. The guy's name is Peter Murphy.
Oh, come on!
I don't know shit, Doc. What the hell? But he's with Banaus, which Banaus. I don't know. Banaus.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on, Murph. Let me take this one for you, man.
Do it.
Peter
Don't tell me
Murphy.
you got a CD.
Oh yeah, I definitely got. I got Bauhaus. I got all this stuff. Yeah, let me break it out here, man. Hold on.
Holy cow!
I don't want to break show, but yeah, I got the first CD.
Really?
Bauhaus, the seminal goth band. But yeah, I'd like me some Bauhaus, man. You get in a certain
Wow.
mood, yeah, you can throw on some Bauhaus, man. So that first album, yeah, it's good stuff, man.
I'll be
But Peter
darned.
Murphy, they made it big. They had a song called Bela Lugosi's Dead. That was kind of the big goth anthem, I guess, the early 80s. But yeah, they're doing a tribute to David Bowie, man.
Very
And
cool.
I guess they did it last year. This is the second time around. And last time the front man was Todd Rundgren.
Ah,
And,
okay.
and this
Okay.
time it's going to be Peter Murphy along with Adrian Belew
Yes.
and also Royston Langdon. I always remember a band, Space Hog. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
Space Hog, and they had a song. Oh God, what
Yeah.
was it? In the meantime, and it
Okay.
sounds a
Keep
lot
going.
very Bowie-ish, very
Who else?
Bowie-ish.
Who else?
Who else? I don't know who else.
Well, a guitarist named Scrote,
Oh yeah, yeah, I got it
Scrote,
in Scrote.
Scrote,
Yeah,
like scrotum. And then
yeah,
Perfect Circles, Matt
yeah,
McJunkin
right.
and Jeff Friedel.
Yeah. So I
So
put together this kind of all-star band, and they're gonna do a Bowie tribute and tour it around. Peter Murphy be a great guy to do it. They also covered Bauhaus covered Ziggy Stardust.
oh,
They had a pretty big hit with that. So
I'll be
yeah,
darned.
I was hoping to see Bauhaus here in the last couple of years. They were slated to be at Riot Fest, and I was thinking they were the only band I wanted to see at the whole thing. I started to get tickets just for them, and then they had an issue with their visas, I believe, coming over, so they had to
Oh,
cancel out.
jeez.
But yeah, but no, that'd be
Unbelievable.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah, and just the catalog you have to work off of. Jeez, are you kidding me? Bowie's catalog? My God, that's crazy. Just crazy. Oh, and earlier last year, part of our summer concert tour, we saw Sir Rod Stewart,
Yes, we
and
did.
he's playing all this whole year. He's
Is it
got
really?
he's got a massive tour planned. It's here we
No
go.
kidding.
Doggone it, maybe it's just an extension of his farewell tour, because when we saw him last year in the summer, it was supposed to be his farewell tour. But I think he's keeping it.
I don't know if we actually. I don't know. I never heard it billed as such. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we
I
just thought it
think I
was.
have though. I thought I have,
Okay.
but he must be extending it, because he ain't stopping. He's got an extensive tour this year. So good for you, Sir Rod.
Wow.
And
That's very
he's
surprising.
just a legend.
Well, not by his performance. It's not surprising. I mean, he's still got it for sure. I mean, but
Well, what has he
just the
done?
fact he's
What has
78
he?
years old now.
What are we talking about here, though? That the good man Sir Rod has done.
Good man, Sir Rod is paid for a whole bunch of MRIs for people at the Essex Hospital over there in the UK. So pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
well,
thought they
that's
had universal health care over there, but I don't know. I don't know how this worked out. But
oh, it blows. Don't believe anything you hear. But oh yeah, I've had an MRI and a CAT scan, and
yeah.
the MRI that sucks so bad because it's so claustrophobic.
Oh yeah,
Everything is right up in your face, and
Yeah,
and the
kinda
machine's
coughing,
going
yeah.
nuts. It's so crazy. It's
Yeah.
making all sorts of freaking noise. So I'm hollering out at the technician, "Hey, is this thing broken or what?" No, that's what it. Shut up. That's what it makes. It's just a noisy. It just And of
Right.
course, the news sucked that I got it from it, but nonetheless, that's a lot of money, and he paid for. Oh, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I guess that's a big thing over there. They had outrageous wait times. So he was on an interview on a radio station over there and talking about they should put up some more money, I suppose, to reduce the wait times and get people through. And he decided to put his money where his mouth is, or as he said it, prove he wasn't all mouth and no trousers. That's a cool expression. I want to start using that.
Like that. Yeah,
Not all mouth and no trousers. And so yeah, kind of put his money where his mouth is, paid for a whole day of as many MRIs as they could get through, and
his donation cut the waiting list for MRI scans by 10%, and in total, 20 patients were able to receive their scans that day thanks to Stewart. So, had a boy, Sir Rod.
that's why he's a sir right there. That's why.
You're damn right. And those lovely lasses that perform with him. That was the best show. That was like
That was a great
Las
show, man.
Vegas
No doubt.
review,
No
man.
doubt.
Sir Rod and yeah, if you get a chance to see it out there in music land, you got to go see him. Even if you're not really hip on that thing, if you're more of a hard rocker, it don't matter because it's
Oh, I
just
totally agree.
it
Yeah.
it is just
If you're just a
entertainment,
rock
man.
fan in general, or just
Yeah.
just a casual fan, and if you've hummed along to a couple of his songs, like you like
You'll dig
Maggie
it.
May or whatever. Yeah, it's a great
Oh,
show.
yeah,
No
the whole
doubt.
thing and the babes. Yeah. They're very talented too. So,
Absolutely.
oh, yeah, poor Joe. Poor Joe. Where is he there? There he is. Joe Elliott. He's and I can feel for him. He suffers from moderate to severe altitude sickness.
Yeah.
And that's gotta suck when you're a rock star. That's why I could have never been a rock star, Doc, is because
Yeah.
I
The
got a fear of
travel.
heights. I don't fly. I
Yeah.
flew once in my life and it freaked me out. So, but yeah, he's bummed. He's uh, and he actually had a brief stay at a hospital in Bogota, Colombia, of all places, ahead of the band's concert. And boy, he was hospitalized with respiratory issues, but it turns out, sort of
Altitude sickness.
freaked out
Yeah.
about the altitude, and that sort of sucks if you're flying around. So I don't know how he's
Yeah,
gonna
right.
deal
I
with
mean,
that.
like exactly. You're traveling around different city every day. You're from, going from, sea level to thousands of feet above sea level and back down again and back and forth. It's got to wreak havoc. I mean, these guys aren't spring chickens, and it's got to wreak havoc on your system, I would think. So,
Right.
what I found interesting, apparently this is not uncommon in Bogota, and a lot of bands when they go there, they purposely schedule a couple days ahead just to make the adjustment.
No kidding.
And if you remember, I'm
Wow.
sorry,
Go
no,
ahead.
I'm sorry. If you remember, that's where we lost our friend Taylor Hawkins, was in Bogota. So
Wow.
I don't wonder if just, I don't know. I mean, obviously he had some other issues going on, but maybe just that added stress to his system. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but just
I'll be
seems weird
darned.
that just going in that altitude just kind of messes with your system so much like that.
Wow. Well, that sucks. But Def Leppard ain't going nowhere. Jeez. Yeah, they'll be around. Joe will get it. Get away from Columbia. That's what I say. Get away from Columbia and dig on King Gizzard. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Where is he?
Yeah.
This clown.
Cool
There he is.
name, not such a cool band. I don't
Like
know.
the
I'm
picture
not so
though.
much into
That's
him.
a
Yeah, that's a
great
very
pic-
cool picture. Yeah. Very
Dig that. He looks like a gizzard. But they canceled their appearance at a festival, the Australia's Blues Fest, because they booked Sticky Fingers, whose frontman Dylan Frost has previously been accused of violence and racism. And I read through this, and this happened a long time ago, and the guy apologized. I'm sorry, blah blah. It doesn't matter. There's
Yeah.
no forgiving in this world anymore. You say it once, it doesn't. That's the problem with today's world with the digital technology is, you may get a little drunk or something and go on, and all you got to do is post one thing, and that one thing could ruin your life. Boom.
Well, not only that, it doesn't have to be anything now. It could be something you're living.
Years ago.
You're living 30 years ago by today's standards. And that's nobody can hold up to that. Of course, millennials. Nothing happened before they were born of any consequence. So it's just all don't get me started.
But yeah, well, he may be a douche, but
this guy, he's to me, it's kind of punishing the fans, man. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's fans that plan on going to that festival to sing King Gizzard, and now I'm not gonna go because I don't.
Yeah, what good does that do? What good does that do?
Another band on the bill, yeah.
So they'll just put another band into that spot, and they will have accomplished nothing. Yeah, they could have gone there and made it a statement about violence and all this stuff.
Exactly.
But no, I don't want to be. No, yeah.
Yep.
You got to
Use
turn
the
it into a
platform to
positive.
make a stand. Yep.
You got to turn it into a positive. And they'd said,
Yep.
no, we can't do that because I'm King Gizzard and I've got the wizard lizards here, and we just, we suck. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he sucks or not, but this does suck. Because
yeah,
Well,
Just
if
the
he's
name
so,
is
if
so
he's so,
cool that I tried to get into him, couldn't do it. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
if it's so important though, really, then you definitely show up and you make your concert. You can make you. What a bullhorn on a stage with
Yeah.
tens of thousands of people. What a bullhorn you got! But no, I gotta run away. Well,
Yeah.
good for
Lost
you.
opportunity. Yep. Lost
Good for
opportunity.
you, King Dickweed. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Lizard Dickweed. Okay. Oh, here we go. Ah, I love her. Although I gotta say, Alyssa White Glues. Oh, she posed for for PETA, PETA. She did a photo shoot for PETA to show the impact of eating fish. And I'm not a big fan of fish myself, but are you kidding me? Jesus ate fish. Come on, give me a break with the fish deal already. And number one, PETA, PETA does kill animals. They do kill, and they do put them down. It's not like they're totally anti-killing animals or what. Totally, no. They've got a facility that euthanizes animals. So I want to hear from PETA, and of course the bumper sticker with people eating tasty animals. Of course, that's what PETA stands for some people. But she's she's great. She is a vegan, I believe. Her and
Right.
Sinister Von Frankenstein, whatever his name. I don't know what the hell his name is. But
Doyle Wolfgang von Frankenstein.
Yeah, that's her boyfriend, and they're both
Misfits,
vegans and all this stuff. And
well, remember we did a show on the vegans, and we vegan rock stars, and we learned that she has never eaten meat, never in her life is eaten meat. So
you eat all that tofu and all that vegetables, and all you're gonna do is fart all day long. God, I don't want to be around her. Geez, eat some meat. But she's good looking. She got a great voice, and I just think PETA. I don't dig PETA. No, they're more about the bombast than actually getting anything done. So don't eat fish. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's not don't eat. Well, it's that too, but I think she's talking about how they're catching the fish and killing fish they don't intend it. And it's fine to eat fish, but there's got to be a more ethical way to do some of this stuff, man. I mean, you let some of these fisheries or fishermen just have at it however they want to. They be throwing
the nets,
throwing sticks of dynamite in there and just really blowing up everything. But you gotta.
Yeah, that's true. But a couple of days ago, I watched a video about the turtle swimming out in the middle of nowhere. Wait, and it dragging a freaking fishing net behind it, and of course, the fisherman pulled it in, got the net up. Yeah, there is some problem.
Yeah, there's gotta be.
I just have
ways.
a problem with PETA.
Ways.
I have a problem with PETA.
Well, yeah, they do kill animals, but it's ethical. It's what they're saying. Yeah, there's got to be euthanization, but hopefully it's more ethical. So
yeah. All right, but I love her nonetheless, and I think they're still out on, or they were out on tour. They may not be now. Her band, oh gosh, Arch Enemy. Yeah. So, good, whatever.
But yeah,
vegans will do that. Vegans will do that.
She posed. It was an illustration. She was like a mermaid. She was a mermaid, like caught up in the netting. Yeah, she was a mermaid caught up in that.
I like this picture of her right here. Damn, girl, you're looking good. Boy, oh boy. Oh, here we go. Jeez. Dave Mustaine's been on our minds and on our news feed quite a bit recently. And also ex-member, Megadeth member Jeff Young. And oh man, they're like we talked about last show. They're out there doing a bunch of old Megadeth songs because apparently Dave can't do them anymore because of whatever his voice or was ripping or whatever. So they're really trying to screw with him, I should say. They're trying to F with him. And now Jeff Young, guitarist Jeff Young, he comes out and he calls Dave Mustaine a pathological liar. So here we go, and I think we've got another soap opera stream starting up here, Doc. I think this one may last a while.
Yeah, like we talked about last week, Jeff Young was with Megadeth very short time, like 87 to 89, I want to say, like 3 years. And then the disgraced, exiled bass player Dave Ellefson, they've paired up and they're doing a band called Kings of Thrash, which, whatever.
KOT, yeah, yeah.
But so yeah, they're kind of trying to talk, shit about Dave a little bit, and come see us. We can play the stuff that Dave can't play anymore, that kind of thing. So, and we kind of talk about their little self promotion there. But yeah, now he's talking how he's a pathological liar, and it stems back to an incident when they were together in the late '80s rather, and they were over in Asia. I think they were over in Japan, getting ready to go to Australia for a tour.
Bloody
And,
well, yeah.
They didn't make it, and Mustaine ended up saying it was because Jeff Young had a heroin addiction and ran out of heroin, and they had to go back and get some. So now Jeff Young saying, no, I've never touched the stuff. I'm totally clean.
You want the quote?
Mustaine, yeah.
The quote, that's what a pathological liar does. Are you talking about the YouTube video where he says I ran out of heroin in Japan and canceled the Australian tour?
Right.
Yeah, I've been owning him in the media ever since he's done that. If Pinocchio had a brother, you know what I'm saying. Oh, man. And according to Young, he wasn't even using drugs when he was in Megadeth, stating that he'd been straight edge when he joined. I was straight edge when I went in that band, and I never drank. I didn't smoke pot to fit in. I kind of tried to hang with those guys a little bit, but he was the one that canceled that tour. That's why I left the band, because early on, being a straight edge and 3 nights in the Guitar Tech, get arrested in East LA, score and heroin from Mustaine. And he doesn't, wait a while, I got to do that again. Time out. Back up. Let's try that again. That didn't make sense. That's why I left the band, because early on, being a straight edge and 3 nights in the Guitar Tech, gets arrested in East LA, score and heroin from Mustaine. That's what it says. And he doesn't show up to the studio that night. The drummer tells you, you realize, okay, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. Sound like you're just jeez, what a mess. He was probably doing heroin. He's probably doing it.
Yeah, I kind of gotta believe Young in that one. I think Mustaine he's probably full of shit, man.
Yeah,
back then.
From what we sort of see, and now that we dig a little deeper into him, he's burned some bridges along the way. So
but that's over 30 years ago. So, and
that's rock and roll. Jeez, everybody's whacked out on drugs and shit. Everybody's burning everybody's bridge. So, geez, man, he tried to stay in the situation, but he got out of there, and now he's trying to exact his revenge.
Yeah, I think it's more to just continue promotion for their project, their Kings of Thrash project or whatever. So
oh, here we go. I love this one. Check this picture out, Doc. You're gonna like that. Here we go. Let me get out of the way. This is perfect.
Oh, back from Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Yeah, Flea. Flea's he's gonna announce he's gonna put a new podcast on. And if anybody watching this, look at that picture there. Yeah, Flea was the guy in Back to the Future 2 who wanted to race Marty in his black Toyota pickup. That was so great.
He's also in the Big Lebowski. You remember?
Is he?
Big Lebowski. He's one of the nihilists.
Oh God, that was a great scene though. He was so out of his mind, jacked up, wanting to race Marty, but yeah, he's got a podcast going. He saw how it's happening, so he's
kind of delving into our world a little bit there, but it's all right. More people talking about rock and roll can't be a bad thing.
Entitled "This Little Light."
Yeah.
And it's only a 15-part series, sharing his musical memories with like Rick Rubin. Oh, I'd love that. Yeah, here's some of his stuff. Rick Rubin, what he's done. Yeah,
I've got mixed thoughts on him.
Thundercat, Patti Smith, Margot Price. Well, good for him. He's so out of his mind. It could be a good time. So This Little Light, I'm not sure when it's going to be popping up here. He said he's going to be starting it.
Yeah,
so.
Sure.
More power to him, man. More power.
Yeah, something he's gonna have people that have kind of shaped his career, like old music teachers and stuff on. So that might be kind of cool.
Sure, had a boy.
And always the proceeds are going to Silver Lake Conservatory of Music. So
Right on.
doing some good. Yeah,
Good
absolutely.
deal. Okay, speaking of money whores,
My favorite story of the week,
there's
man.
Gene Simmons.
My favorite story this week.
What a whore. What a money whore. Gosh, really, this whole package just blows so bad. Now, what it is you get to spend a day with Gene Simmons at Abbey Road Studios, and you get to record a song with Gene Simmons at Abbey Road Studios. And he doesn't care if you can't play a damn thing. It's
Because it doesn't matter because it's not ever going to be heard. If there's one copy and you get it. So you're paying $6,000.
$6,000, yes.
To me, I'd be more happy just playing at the Abbey Road Studios than having Gene Simmons there, quite honestly.
Yeah. Leave. Damn it. Yeah. Leave, Gene. I'll take care of it from here.
Yeah, go clean up, man.
What's his name still alive? Let's get him in the studio. God, the producer.
George Martin, yeah, no, he's passed.
Anyway, so you can record a song with Gene Simmons at Abbey Road Studios, and you will take home items from Gene's personal Kiss collection.
Yeah.
Oh God, what a
you see how that goes. If you remember his Gene Simmons Family Jewels, the reality show, and how he had his room with all the stuff in there, and it's just whatever. He's got endless amount of everything Kiss. So yeah.
Okay, now
it says you will record a Kiss song and Gene on lead and background vocals live at the Abbey Road Studios. Blah blah blah. If you play an instrument, we may use that in the recording. Why not? It doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna hear it. This is not for any.
Because the day is about having fun with Gene Simmons and going home with a personal copy of the entire recording with you on it. Gene will not release the song. Only you will have a copy. What the hell? Oh, okay.
You got nothing better to do, Gene. You got nothing
let me real quickly go through what your once in a lifetime experience will get. You will spend the day at Abbey Road Studio with Gene, the same studio where the legendary Beatles recorded their album. You will hear Gene share stories about his career and items in his personal Kiss collection that spans 50 years, and he's passing them on to you. You will record a Kiss song and join Gene on lead and background vocals live at Abbey Road Studios, where decades of legendary performers have stood. No musical experience necessary. And yes, if you play an instrument, we may use that in the recording. The day is about having fun with Gene Simmons and going home with a personal copy of your entire recording with you on it. Gene will not release a song, only you can have a copy. You will take home items from Gene's personal Kiss collection. And last, you will get photos and videos with Gene, and he'll sign 2 of your personal items. Oh, God bless him. That's so great. God bless you, Gene.
Dude, he keeps topping himself, man.
Topping the absurd.
Yes. I mean, honestly, dude. I don't even know what to say.
He reminds me of Potato Joe from Chicago. That's what he does. Jeez.
You got $6,000 for the experience, and whatever's going to cost to go over there. And it doesn't say. It says this is available to a limited amount of fans. Doesn't say probably limited to however many they can get to do it. But I don't know. To me, he just keeps topping himself, man. He just keeps topping himself. They make it sound like you record a Kiss song. When I hear that, it's like, oh, they're gonna have a new album. They're gonna have like fans on it. No. Just recording some old stuff, and then you can take it home and whatever. Oh my god!
And you don't even have to play. You can be totally. Jeez, attaboy, Gene. Take their money, brother. Take their money. Gosh, that's ridiculous. Jeez. Okay, speaking of ridiculous, this is really shocking me because I thought he was guilty as all hell, but apparently. Marilyn Manson. Oh, there he is. Marilyn Manson, boy, wow. I don't even know what to say, man. Do you got this? Boy.
Yeah, I can dig it. This has been going on for a while. This has been going on 4 or 5 years now. Charges against Marilyn Manson for sexual charges. stemmed from Evan Rachel Wood, the actress. Initially filed some charges against them, which is kind of still out there, I guess. Ashley Smithline is the one. She's filed charges and now has taken those charges or taken that statement back. So that's kind of what the newest part of that. But some of the other stuff, there's been about 3 other women that have come forward, and then the statute of limitations expires for evidence. Basically, they couldn't come up with any evidence in time, so the case gets dropped. So, but now this woman, Ashley Smithline, says that Evelyn Rachel Wood has kind of manipulated her into these charges, and then now she's dropping them. But Manson also has a suit against Evan Rachel Wood, a documentary that she made called Phoenix Rising, where she kind of made these charges against Manson, and now he's saying suing her for defamation.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It's a whole mess. So then there's other woman, Isma Bianca, settled. So you never know what happened there. And then there was a Jane Doe that apparently she was underage. And I haven't heard how that one's got settled. May not be settled yet, but to me, I'm thinking Marilyn Manson's probably a pretty kinky dude, man. He's probably gets into some pretty crazy shit. And afterwards, they're kind of like, I don't know if I really wanted to go that far or whatever. And
exactly, when you start delving into the stuff, I'm obviously he's delving into. You're gonna have problems. Yeah, like you say, especially when after it's done, they're like, oh damn, what the hell did I just do? Oh shit, but. Sounds like here, he sort of got the screws turned to him.
I'm sure he can be very manipulative in that way and be, kind of a, Svengali type dude, and kind of,
he's very bizarre.
Things, I'm sure he is, man.
There he is, looking normal in his high school picture. Got the
what
braces
surprised
on,
me from this report is, back when it was Brian Warner, was they have the statute of limitations for evidence, so they have so long to gather evidence.
Right.
And if you can't gather evidence, then it gets thrown out. And that's happened on at least a couple of occasions with these accusations. So
I have a feeling this won't be the last we hear of Marilyn Manson in this respect, though. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's been going on, like I said, for about 4 or 5 years, and we've started to bring it up before, but I don't know, it just seemed now these charges are getting dropped. Seems like there's a little bit more to the story, So
yep. Well, it is what it is.
They're not necessarily getting dropped, and she's even saying that they were false, accusations. So
he's got screwed on that one. But when you screw around enough, something will happen. So, this guy, jeez, Wes Scantlin, lead singer of Puddle of Mud. There he is. This guy, jeez, God, he's. I don't get it with him, man. He got arrested again, and I'm sure folks out there have heard of him. He's constantly in trouble. I don't know, I don't get his deal because he's a good-looking guy, got a good band. He could be really, if he played his cards right, they could be really something. But man, he just keeps screwing up one after another. And here, he's arrested by. LAPD Monday on February 20th. So this month, after reportedly trespassing at one of his former homes. Oh my God. Now owned by another individual. So, and of course it was all captured on video and sent to TikTok. So, but this guy, man, he's never.
He's had a lot of arrests for different things, a lot of drunken little escapades, see a lot of stuff on stage where he just no way he should be on stage, and he's just one of those kind of troubled guys. But apparently he had this house and had been foreclosed on, so he kind of got evicted and booted out. But he's gone back now a couple times, and it's going back to 2016. There was an incident where he went back and vandalized the place, and he got arrested then. And there's been a few incidents since then. And so this time again, I guess, he's just sitting out in the driveway, and they kind of had enough and called the police and had him arrested for trespassing. So, for whatever reason, he must have really liked that house and kind of wants to go back. But, hey, buddy, you had your chance. Somebody else lives there now.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I see that quite a bit too. You know, rock stars will buy a big, magnificent house. You got to remember, the money's not going to last forever. So
That's
maybe,
right.
be sensible in that
Yeah,
respect and don't
that's
go
right.
nuts. God, I couldn't handle some of the house. Too much house, jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
Next
constantly
album
in trouble.
tanks, then you're back. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Suddenly you're back in an apartment. So
Yeah.
get a sense of ma- make plans. Damn it, make plans.
Yeah.
It's lovely to be retired. You got to be able to plan that crap. But boy, what a mess. That guy really. He's got a great
They're coming
voice.
around too. They're coming on the Piazza in Aurora here coming up very
Boy,
soon.
boy, oh boy.
I almost want to go just to see
Just
him
to see if
implode
it's
on
going to be a
stage. Yeah,
train
I
wreck.
know, I know.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Boy, that'd be something to see. But what a shame because he's constantly in the news. And they had a couple of good hits going there for a bit, and then the his troubles kept overshadowing
Yeah,
everything.
he's kind of a Cobain sound alike kind of guy, but
Yeah,
yeah, they had a
but
couple pretty good tunes
yeah,
though.
and they could have done something, but he just his troubles keep blowing all opportunities and whatnot. So there we go. There, boy, the soap operas of the rock world, and they just keep going. We again. I was on a discussion with on Devin Townsend's Facebook
Oh yeah,
page, and they were talking about the hassles of the pulling the logistics together, trying to make it work. Hell, he said him and his crew, the the visa costs were 17 grand just for the visas
wow.
to get in here, and that may not be a big deal, but it just shows you that they're
Well, if you're gonna
money
pay that,
spending
you're gonna
everywhere.
want to have a big tour. Yeah, you're gonna want to stay for a while if you have to pay that much to come over. So yeah.
So it's just tough out there, and yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Looking forward to the summer. I'm starting out with Janet Jackson, brother. We'll see. We'll talk about that later. We got plenty of time to talk. Still winter time. We got spring coming up. The weather's starting to turn. Everything's starting to look glorious. So the things are starting to bud up, and yeah. So another great show, brother. God dang,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Can't wait. Can't wait to the summer. Getting rid of this winter crap and looking forward to one hell of a great time coming up. So it's been a good one, Doc. Tell you what, I'm burned out. I didn't eat before I drank my margaritas. See, therein lies the
See, there
problem.
you go.
Yeah, I should have ate before I
Yeah,
drank,
you're
but
you're a seasoned veteran. You should know better.
I know. But nonetheless, another cool show, man. Freaking A. Looking forward to our summer concert spectacular coming up in another month and a half or so. And why don't you take us home, brother?
Yeah, absolutely. Just again, like to really thank everybody for watching. If you're watching and you haven't done so, if you would hit that subscribe button, we would love you forever, man. We love our subscribers and viewers. Building
Indeed.
our community brick by brick here, but we're getting it built, man. So we'll keep working real hard for you and bringing you the news every week. And you guys have a great rock and roll filled week, and we'll see you next time.